Hey, what up everybody? It's Alan Williams of Movement Radio here, and for today's video, we're going to go back in time a little bit. Just a little quick trip down memory lane for you guys. So back in March of 2014, the WWE launched the WWE Network, a really simple concept where you can have everything WWE all on one streaming service for a very low price. You had the WWE Network, which contained all of the WWE content from Raw, SmackDown, Main Event, Superstars, all of their old pay-per-views, and every single live WWE pay-per-view. But it wasn't just the WWE stuff. They had the entire WCW library. You can watch all the old WCW pay-per-views as well as Nitros and Thunders. If you're a fan of hardcore wrestling, then yeah, obviously they have every single ECW pay-per-view, their entire library, and most of ECW TV. If you want to go back really old school, they had world-class championship wrestling. If you're a fan of the good old Southern style professional wrestling, they had Smoky Mountain Wrestling and a plethora of other territories. But it wasn't just the wrestling. WWE Network also had WWE Network exclusives like Table for Three. One of my personal favorite shows to watch on the WWE Network was the Edge and Christian show that totally reeks of awesomeness. And every single Wednesday night, we got the chance to watch the best professional wrestling show that WWE had ever had, old school black and gold NXT. To me, this was the height of professional wrestling, especially during that time, during the mid-2010s. This was amazing wrestling. And you can have all of this, every single bit of it, for the low price of only $9.99 a month. That's right, $10 a month. And you can watch all of this amazing content. Of course, that was about 10 years ago, and now today's world, it's not the same. Because now in order for you to watch all of WWE's content, well, you got to have all these streaming services. You want to watch Monday Night Raw? You got to have Netflix. You want to watch Evolve? You got to watch Tubi. If you want Saturday night's main event, you got to get Peacock. If you want to watch NXT or SmackDown, you either got to have cable network or you got to download the USA or the CW app. If you want to watch AAA, well, that's going to be on their YouTube channel. Chances are TNA is going to be in this situation too, and it's either going to be either on YouTube or it's going to be on Peacock. And then every single WWE premium live event, starting with WrestlePalooza, which if they were going to bring any pay-per-view from the past back, they chose WrestlePalooza. It's kind of strange to me. I mean, go with Super Brawl. It's a whole lot more prestigious show. Anyway, you'll have to go to the ESPN app, the new ESPN app, and that's going to be $30 a month. $30 a month! That was a bit aggressive. I apologize. And I get it. You want to expand your company. You want your company to grow. You want your company to make money. I understand that from a business sense, but it's only good from a business sense if you don't alienate the people who love to watch your product. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of other content on these streaming platforms that's not professional wrestling that people do enjoy. People like watching anime on Netflix. People like watching old school stuff on Tubi. There's a lot of great NBC stuff that you can see on Peacock, obviously. And the ESPN app is probably going to be the one that's the most expensive because you're literally getting everything. Live sports centers, football games, literally the entire sports spectrum is going to be on this ESPN app along with the WWE premium live events. But then you think, damn, we got to pay all this extra money to watch WWE when back 10 years ago it was just $9.99 and we could literally watch everything. Not to mention the fact that corporate sponsorships have pretty much taken over WWE at this point. You can't watch a WWE. Do you remember back in the day when the only thing that was on the mats was the WWE logo? Yeah, back in the day, man, where people just watched it because they want to enjoy watching wrestling. Nowadays, everything in advertisement, from Slim Jims to Dude Wipes to Cricket Wireless to that beer that, I'm sure people drink. But that's for a different discussion, for a different debate. It sucks because it's like WWE has given into the corporate greed, and I don't feel like they're doing themselves any favors because, again, what the hell are we paying all this money for you to give us a product that's really not that good right now? I'm not going to sit here and say that WWE has been god-awful this year, but let's be honest. There's only two good pay-per-views that they did this year. One of them was WWE Evolution, and the other one was the second night of SummerSlam, and that got ruined when Brock Lesnar showed up at the end. I'm sorry to anybody who's a diehard WWE fan in this situation, but let's be completely honest, man. We're paying 10 times more money a month to get all of these streaming services to watch all of this over here when we used to just pay $9.99 a month 10 years ago. And I get it. We could talk inflation. We could talk about, getting into business with corporations and all this different stuff. But at the same time, the only people who are genuinely affected by this whole thing are wrestling fans, especially in a day and age where we're literally living paycheck to paycheck for the most part. And the crazy fact that even going to a live event is just as expensive as, going to one of these big three pay-per-views. I remember back in the year 2018, me and my wife took my son and my niece to go see a WWE live event show at the UTC McKenzie Arena. The event literally was like $30 a person, $30 a seat. We paid $120 to watch wrestling. Now, granted, it was a live event. It wasn't a Raw. It wasn't a pay-per-view. It was just a live event. Fast forward to 2015, if you wanted to sit on the riser seats, not even on the floor, just on the riser seats, you're still paying like at least 4 figures a seat to watch wrestling in the seats. 4 figures. I'm sorry, but I don't feel like one seat at a wrestling show, regardless of what it is, one seat should not cost my mortgage. And I'm not going to be on no tribalistic shit right now, whether WWE deserves it or AEW is better. It's like, that's not the point of this video. I will get into tribalism in professional wrestling later on next week, probably the week after. But again, WWE, I understand that you're all about making money, and I totally get it. But if you want us to invest our money, we need to have something back. We need to have a good return on investment. And lately, it hasn't been that. That being said, yes, I still watch WWE. There are certain wrestlers that I like to watch. There are storylines that I think are very compelling. However, God, I can't sit there and say that when WrestlePalooza hits ESPN that I'm going to be excited about watching it. If you are excited about WWE being on ESPN, cool. If you're excited about the opportunity to see WWE in the big spotlight on a big network like ESPN, that's cool. But there's just one issue. WWE on ESPN is going head-to-head the same night as AEW All In Toronto. Now, again, this is not on no tribalism shit, but let's be honest. The hardcore wrestling audience, which basically makes up 10% of the wrestling audience, they're probably going to watch AEW. They're going to spend maybe $30 on a pay-per-view to watch them. But if you're a WWE fan or a casual wrestling fan, chances are you're going to watch ESPN and you're going to watch their product, WrestlePalooza. But now the goalpost keeps getting moved because it was, at least in my opinion, which wrestling show is better, what storylines are good, what matches are great, what captivates the audience. That's one thing. Now it's become a case of who spends more money now, who has more TV ratings. Like, it's basically switched, and the whole thing is just mind-boggling to me. At the end of the day, I'm not an accountant. I can't tell you what to do with your money. You do with it whatever you will. Would I be paying a whole lot of money to watch all this stuff? I mean, granted, I already have these 3 anyway, for obvious reasons, because I watch other stuff besides wrestling on these apps. I don't know if I'm going to be getting the ESPN app because, hell, the last time I had an app that was ESPN, it didn't do shit because I still couldn't watch live football when it came on, which was stupid. At the end of the day, I just think it's a shame. We used to pay $9.99 a month to watch everything WWE, and now we're paying 10 times that a month to watch all of these platforms to watch everything here. Am I wrong? Am I being greedy? Am I being dumb about this? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, all of this is just my humble opinion. Like I said, let me know in the comments down below. Are you going to pay all that extra money to watch all the WWE content? Do you wish it could go back to the way it used to be? Let me know right down here in the comments down below. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support that you guys have been giving us. We really appreciate it. We love you guys, and we'll catch you next time. I'm Talon Williams, and this is Movement Radio. God bless.